Hello everyone, this is Ragesh Raju here. Welcome to my new video. In this video we will see how to create a presentation online by using an app called as Google Hangout. So Google Hangout is freely available for all the Gmail customers. Also we will see how to integrate Mentimeter, which we have discussed in the last video, and create a poll question in the Google Hangout. So for this I'll be logging into my Google account. What I will do is I'll try to create one presentation. So for creating presentation I use Google Slides here. So those who are familiar with the Google Slides will be knowing how to create slides. So how to create a slide in Google Slides, I'll be preparing another video on this. So I create my presentations here. So as you can see, I had created a presentation where I have 3 slides. I have one sample slide here, then I have a slide which is written as poll or quiz, then I have a thank you slide. Next what I will do is I'll open my Mentimeter account. So in Mentimeter already I have created a small poll here. So I'm showing you 2 separate things what and all can be done here. So if you see on the left hand side, the first question, that is which is of multiple choice type. So the question I had given as what is the best way to spend time, and I had given options like eat, sleep, learn, work and roam around. So that is my first poll question or the first presentation which I created in Mentimeter. The second one is a quiz competition where I have asked the question what is a day that comes after Sunday, and my options are Saturday, Monday, Friday and Wednesday, and here we have to choose what is the right answer. Then I have my leaderboard which is automatically added. Also what I have done is I have not given an option for fast correct answers get more points. So this will create problems here. It may be little bit create a competition, but here what happens is there may be multiple people who will be doing this or taking up this particular quiz. So whoever answers correct will get the full points. Also what I did is I increased the time to answer. I had made it to count of 60. I have removed the music from here. So this is what I did it my Mentimeter. So now we are going to do one important thing. So I have to integrate this particular Mentimeter to my Google Slides. So what I will do is I will go to share. I click on share. We have 2 tabs here, one is participation, other one is result sharing. So what I will do is I go to result sharing. In result sharing the second option is link to the live result. So here we have a link here. What I do is I click on copy link, so it comes copied. I go to my Google Slides. So I go to my slide where I have a poll or question. So if required I can type something called as click here, or what I will do is I will not keep in that way. What I do is I just select this poll/quiz itself. I will right click on that. You see you will get an option called as link. I click on the link and I paste my link here. So this is a URL or the address which I had copied from this Mentimeter. Once again I'll show it in Mentimeter. After creating all your quizzes or the particular questions, I click on share. I come to result sharing. There you have link to the live result. So this link I have to copy, share, result sharing, copy link, right? It is copied, and here what I do is I come to my slide. I select wherever I have to supposed to give a link. I select that particular point. I right click. I get an option called as link. I paste the link here and I click on apply, right? So if you want you can just check it out whether it is working fine. I click on my first slide. I click on presentation. So this is my slide 1. I select next slide. I click the next arrow. Poll quiz is there. So when I click on that, you can see automatically this particular Mentimeter gets opened in the present mode with a particular code, right? So this is working fine. So what you can do is now I will close these 2. You don't have to log it out. You can just close this. So I close this Mentimeter also. I close it out. I click on escape and come out to my slide. So my slide is also ready, right? So what I do is I go to my Hangout, I open a new tab from the Google App Clusters. I click here, I'll be able to find Hangout here. If you are not able to find Hangout in this list, you don't have to worry. What you can do is you can just type hangouts.google.com. So this is for if you are not able to find Google Hangouts in that particular Google App cluster, you can type hangouts.google.com. I click on enter. So here you can see there are different options: video call, phone call, message, and all those things. So what I'll be doing is I'll be using the option called as video call. So I click on video call. So it asks me to invite people. So I invite people. So I type their email addresses. I click on invite. Or else what you can do is you can copy this particular link here and you can send it as email also. So anything is fine. Either you can type their email ID right away, or else you can copy this link and you can share it. I click on invite, and this invitation will go to all the people who are there in that particular list. And one more thing you can notice, that in case if you have forgotten somebody to add, again on the top right you can see this particular link. Just click there and again you will be able to add a new email ID. If you don't want to do that, one more other best option is copy link to share. Just link is copied. This particular link you can share it through email or WhatsApp, when the people will be able to join in between also. Okay, so once it is done, you can again the same process, you can click on invite and invite new people. I just close this. One more small issue which we have it in this particular case is like you won't be able to mute the person on the other end, that is you won't be able to mute the participant. So what you can do is first itself you can just inform the participants or the audience on the other end to mute themselves. So that is only one issue with the Google Hangout. So once everything is set, what you can do is you can go to the top right, there are this dots here, click on that 3 dots. You can make it full screen if required. Okay, I'll make it full screen. You have the 3 dots here, just click on share the screen. So when I click on share the screen, it will ask you what you are going to share. So whether you are going to share your entire screen or the application window, you can do it in any ways, but to avoid confusions, what you can do is can share your entire screen. So whatever you are doing on the screen will be shared to other people. So once you are okay with it, then you can go for the application window. Application window in the sense it decides which application you wanted to share, whether you wanted to share only this particular Google Chrome browser or the Hangout or whatever you are going to share. So here I'll go for your entire screen, so that whatever is there on my screen will be shared. So I click on this, I click on share. So now my screen is getting shared. So what I will do is I'll open this particular Google Slides. I click on the first slide and I click on present. Okay, so now you can see that, so this is what the other people will be watching. Okay, so now whenever I move this particular slide, you can see the audience also will be able to watch this. Okay, so this is how we do a presentation. So now in the presentation I need to do the poll. So for poll, as I told in the second slide, this particular option is there. So when I click here, automatically this particular Mentimeter will get opened. Okay, so if this also, if I want to make it full screen, I just click on the key F in the keyboard, key F for first. So I click on F, so it becomes full screen. The same screen will be viewed by the other people. So now in this particular case, what the other people have to do is they have to minimize the particular Google Hangout, and after that they have to go to www.menti.com, or those who have the mobile app, they have to open the app and they have to type this code. Okay, so that is one option which they have to do. So this case also you can just try it out just to see how many people are actually watching the video. So this is one more best option for that. There may be a habit for some people, like they just log into this particular Hangout, come to this particular presentation, and after that they'll keep a phone one side and they'll be doing something else. So in that case, either you can try with this option, or the other option what you can do is just I click on escape, so it goes back. Now I come to my Mentimeter again, I click on escape, you can see that it comes to the edit option. So here the other option what you can do is you come to share again. So right now we have shared this particular link in this here. So what I will do is I come to participation option. In participation option there is something called as a direct access link. Okay, so I just copy this direct access link, so it comes in share, participation, direct access link. I click on this copy link, I close this. Again, if required, I can close this Mentimeter. So this link, if required, you can copy and keep it first itself. So what I will do is I am in this particular page. So what I do is I come to my Google Hangout. In Hangout you can see there is a provision called as chat on the left side. So this chat option is there on the left hand side. I click on that, I paste the link, whatever I copied here, I click on send. Okay, next again I come back and I come to my poll slide itself. So now the users who are using this particular Hangout will get this chat message. So when they open this particular message, you can see what is going to happen. So this is a direct link for them to get into this menti.com. okay, so the question is coming here. So what is the best way to spend time? So one person will select eat, the other person might select it as sleep, they both submit. So you can see the answer automatically comes here. Okay, so that particular this is done. So we move on to the next question. So when we move on to next question, now in this case it will ask for the name. Okay, so I give the name, whatever is my name, I just give it there. So you can see that we can add as many number of members as required. So we will add those people. So once they have added their name, they click on join quiz. So you can see there are 2 players are already added. So we can wait for this players to get added, and once you are sure that you get enough number of members, you click on start quiz. So once you get enough number of members, you click on start quiz. So when you start quiz, it is telling all correct answers give max points. So what day comes after Sunday? So that is a question. So both the people will select the right answer just to show how it works. Okay, so everyone has voted. The timer, you can see it here. Okay, so once this is done, you can wait for everybody. So once it is done, automatically timer goes and the answer also shows that it is telling it's the right answer. Now you'll be able to see how many people are given the right answer. So I click on the next. So now the leaderboard will come here, and the leaderboard will display who have given the right answers, plus it will show a tie, or it means it is tie and 2 people have got the right answer, right? If you have more number of people, everybody's name will be displayed here, or job, all those people's names will be displayed here. So this is how we integrate Mentimeter into Google Hangout. Okay, so you have done all this quiz. So after conducting all the sessions, what you can do is you can stop the screen sharing. I can click on close, then I come out of Hangout. Hangout has been closed, the video it gets over. So now you can click back and you can go to this Mentimeter and you will be able to download the results. So here the only issue which you may be facing is that the people, if they don't give the right name, then you won't be able to get it properly. For example, here I had given as mobile and laptop just to show what is the result which is coming from mobile and from the laptop. But in the same case, if students, if they are not going to give a right answer, you won't be able to segregate who had given the right answer or not. But I feel that the polls will be conducting just to drag the attention of the viewer. So in that case, it satisfies the need. In this particular case, you won't be able to get the people who had given the right answers, but you will be able to see how many participants have logged in. For example, it shows here on the right side of this result. So 2 people have given the answer. So in that particular way, you will be able to see how many people were active and how many people were taking up this poll. If you want to watch tutorials on a particular tool, kindly comment below. Also, if you want to watch all the videos on multiple tools available, kindly subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. Thank you.